What's up, my people? Welcome to another edition of the Allen Powell Show. Got a lot going on today. So I'm going to just give you a little rundown of what we're going to be discussing today. Oh, the Bulls with another big win over the Nets. The Jokic brothers, the Nikola Jokic, his brothers, the Morris brothers, they got a little beef going on. We're going to talk about that. Who do y'all got if they was to do a tag team match? I know who I got. Ben Simmons saga has another turn to it. Canelo Alvarez, TKO, Caleb Plant, and I just found out that Frank Gore, the former NFL player, is going to be fighting Darren Williams, the former point guard for the NBA, in the undercard in the Jake Paul, Tommy Fury fight. I got an interview with owner of Full Spectrum Detailing later, and I got to come to church scripture for y'all. So with all that being said, we're going to get right into it. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all share the live. Bring your hot takes in your comments. Let's go.
We lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on.
What's up, everyone? This is another Tuesday night. Excited to be here. Got a lot to discuss. I ran down the topics, but y'all know the number one topics that we're going to be starting off with is those Chicago Bears. Another loss on the season to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 29-27. We had some questionable calls going on in that game, but we also seen Justin Fields shine, and in his best game of the season, He did some things that put a smile on my face, even in the loss. So I want to know, how do y'all feel about Justin Fields' progress, the Bears in totality? I talked with a guy today. He was saying that Nagy still has to go, and I don't know. Like, should Nagy still get fired? But do you want to start a rookie quarterback off with a whole nother regime? It seems like he's making strides. I'm not a big Matt Nagy fan, but Justin Fields is progressing in the offense. So I just want to know y'all thoughts about the Bears, about Justin Fields, and his progress. And should Matt Nagy still be the coach of the Bears? Now, I also talked about some questionable calls in that game. That was a big highlight in the game. So let's take a look at some of the highlights, and let's see what we come up with, because it was some questionable stuff.
Look at this! Wow, from the rookie.
I'm taking it straight to the fourth quarter, because this is when stuff got
Bears
dicey.
bring some pressure, picked up nicely, and Ben's able to complete.
Fourth quarter, Bears down by 3. And the play is going to come up.
Roethlisberger.
Here's the play.
Somehow gets out of there, and now he's taken down.
We have a sack. We got a karate kick.
Cassius Marsh.
We got some celebration. Cassius Marsh. Never heard of him.
Defense number 59. 15-yard penalty.
Here we have a penalty.
Will create a first down.
Oh, that's Marsh. Unbelievable.
So if you look, he did his karate kick.
Marsh makes the play again, just elevated.
He celebrates. He ain't say nothing. He just looks. And
I didn't see it there.
No, I didn't see it there.
I don't know, because the punter was running out, whether the official thought, but he wasn't even looking at the punter. He was looking at the sideline.
When a referee,
he wasn't looking at the punter. He wasn't talking to the punter.
Like hip checked him.
I mean, I understand the respect of the game. Like,
crazy call. So let's see if they
looking at
show.
The bench. He just can't. And he's not talking to the punter there. No, he's definitely not. Nope. They really have.
Okay, so
Ben got him by the foot. Then he's taken down. Another flag comes in. Should not.
They don't show the referee
or potentially lose football games. 3rd and 16.
We're still in the fourth quarter. I want to get
Deontay Johnson,
Justin Fields. So
on the way.
The Bears are down by 6. And here comes Justin Fields.
Steelers bring the heat. Fields throws, completes to Allen Robinson. He swung it around. Bears only have one timeout remaining and the 2-minute warning. Fields wants to take off, and he won't slide that time. He runs right into Devin Bush.
Tell me, what are y'all thinking? How are y'all feeling?
Fields throws. Got his guy. Allen Robinson down the sideline.
Listen.
And we'll see where they spot him out. You see Allen Robinson run up on his toes, and then he leaves enough room to be able to fade to the sideline.
Deep pass.
Fields under some pressure.
Look at this play.
Throws on the run.
Touchdown.
One of the end zone. It is caught.
Mooney.
It's Mooney for the touchdown.
When I tell you that was something.
What a great play.
Says great 2-minute drive.
But the Bears have roared all the way back.
I agree. This was something we usually
just
don't see
extending
from
the
Chicago
play. Justin Fields gets outside of the pocket, puts that ball perfectly where only Mooney can get it.
The Bears go up by 1, but I said after
2
this,
feet.
They left too much time on the clock. 1:46 for Big Ben.
Good, and the kick tucks in there.
But it's still too much time for him. They go down the field.
Ben underneath. Najee Harris. Second effort.
They go down the field.
Don't beat yourself. Ben for Ray McLeod.
Of course.
Sorry, going to bring some pressure. Another flag comes in. Complete to Deontay Johnson, middle of the field.
Times
to Harris, and then it opens up.
No Eddie Jackson. He ain't been playing well anyway.
And another penalty. The fourth.
Dan DJ Jones.
Offense.
The refs had money on the game.
65.
There's been a lot of comments about the refs, for sure.
Roethlisberger off his back foot. Fryer takes it off the turf.
He's driving him down.
Ben's going to keep it.
That was the slowest 2 yards I've ever seen in my life.
From 40.
And then they kick the field goal to go ahead.
To put the Steelers back on top.
The Bears still have 26 seconds left with no timeout.
From the 30.
And Justin Fields still does a good job to get him in decent field position. This is some good stuff that we watching right here.
A 65-yard field goal attempt.
So, this is 65-yarder, Cairo Santos. Out of his field goal range.
Steelers have a timeout left if they want it.
What his
they
range
don't.
Was.
Kick all the way.
It wasn't even close. It dropped by the lower part of the
crossbar and comes short.
They thought it hit the crossbar,
and
but it didn't.
That's how this game will come to an end.
So I'm going to stop it right there, but I'm just going to say this. And I agree with Austin Malone. Austin Malone said terrible decision not to do a Hail Mary. I totally agree. Matt Nagy screws up again. Bro, they had the green mark to show you Cairo Santos' range. Why would you not throw a Hail Mary? You might even get a pass interference, a penalty, which will put you in even better field goal range. Matt Nagy did it again. That's just management, coaching, and he screwed it up. Like I said, Darren DJ Jones said the refs had money on the game. The refs was definitely questionable in the game. That taunting call was horrible. They've been putting a big emphasis on taunting, but to do that, it's like the NBA. Even though, they call fouls, usually in the fourth quarter, under the 2 minutes, they swallow their whistles a lot. And those type of plays, NFL need to take notes of the NBA and swallow some of the whistles. I'm not saying blatant calls, but calls like that was ridiculous. Erica Richardson said, I'm thinking Fields won it, and he's still proving himself. The TD to number 11 and the story behind their connection shows he's willing to put in the work. I also think he's not the only one who needs to put in the work. That's a great comment. It was a story that Mooney, even when Justin Fields wasn't a starter, Mooney would stand after practice, working with throws with Justin Fields. So we know that Fields is putting in the work, like she said, and Mooney is and putting in the work as well. So I think they got a good connection going on there. And I'm excited. Listen, the Bears, I told my guy at work today, I said, we finally got one. We got one. We got us a quarterback. We got somebody that at the end of the games, if we get the ball last, it's a pretty good chance we're going to go down and score. And we haven't had that in my lifetime. I had to go through Cade McNown, Rex Grossman, Henry Burris, Caleb Haney, Chris Leak, Jim Miller, Eric Kramer. The list goes on and on. Dave Craig. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know who else to name, but all these quarterbacks, we never had confidence in like we have in Justin Fields. Austin Malone says Heinz Field is notorious for being tough on kickers. That's true as well. That's another great point. They always say the win, just that field is not good with kickers. Why wouldn't you do the Hail Mary? That's coaching. That's coaching. I say the refs have more to have to do with this game than coaching, but coaching could have helped in that point. Give your quarterback the opportunity to throw a Hail Mary, perhaps a penalty, anything. And Austin Malone says, not if they keep changing his offensive coordinator like they did Cutler. That's what I was saying. So that's what I'm asking the people. Should Nagy get fired if the Bears don't win more ball games? But what if Justin Fields progress? That's the dilemma. If you keep him in the same offense, 9 times out of 10, he's going to do better going forward. But Matt Nagy's coaching decisions, as Austin Malone pointed out, he should have did a Hail Mary. What do you do with that? He's been making boneheaded decisions all season. His play calling, we've seen the play calling gets better when he's not calling the plays. It seems like they play better when he's not even on the field. This type of stuff you cannot throw out the window. Coaching is a big deal. So I don't know if I want him fired, but I understand his decisions have cost the Bears, I believe, maybe a game or two this year, and just blatant, he doesn't know how to manage the whole team. Erica Richardson says, I agree the refs have money on the game or something. I haven't seen this type of blatant one-sidedness in a football game in a long time. It was pretty bad. Darren DJ Jones says Nagy shouldn't gotten left in Cleveland after the game against the Browns. Yeah, so that's another thing. In Cleveland, I think Justin Fields' first start, this dude was going one-on-one with Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney. They just having a field day, getting sacked up 9 times. And that types of stuff messes with a young quarterback psyche. Thank God that Justin Fields came back after that and still performed, but it could have been a Derek Carr situation. If you know his story in Houston, he got sacked so many times. It's like he didn't even have a chance to progress into a good quarterback. I think he was the most sacked quarterback that season and one of the most sacked in the history. Tierra Williams said the whole team needs to pack up and move out of town. Here she go. She said she ain't even want to be a Bears fan no more. So I don't know what to say about that. She want to be a Seattle fan because of Russell Wilson and Sierra. How that happened? But listen, Justin Fields, I'm excited. Like, listen, you know, when the Bears lose and the Bears fans still excited, you know something is cooking. I'm looking forward to the offseason, what they can do in the draft, what free agents they can pick up to help, and all of that stuff. Tierra Williams says, I'm a Seattle fan. She's never been to Seattle. She just Sierra and Russell Wilson. She's a Seattle fan because of some houses she looked at. Also below says Nagy did get the Bears to the playoffs two out of his 3 years. Also, 8-9 might get you into the playoffs. So let's talk about that, man. We know that only one of them times was a real playoff team. The other time they added a playoff team, I think it was the pandemic year, they added a team. We all knew they was going to lose in the first round. And this year, they added a 17th game, and they still had that same format, I believe. So 8-9, if you 8-9 and make it to the playoffs, do that still make you want to keep the coach, knowing that 8-9 is below average, that's below the Mendoza line? That's just, come on, man. That using that playoffs, the Bears made it to the playoffs 2 out of 3 years. I mean, that's good to put on your resume. But what does the eye test tell you? The eye test tell you that he might need to go. He might need to go. That's just the bottom line. Here we go. Erica Richards almost went to Seattle as well, but I may or may not would have got put out. This conversation is going, what is this Seattle talk we talking about? But listen, I'm excited about the Bears. I'm excited to see what Justin Fields can look like going forward. He's getting better. We've seen the progression every game. Every game he's progressing, and that's what we wanted to see. So, listen, I don't know what to do with Matt Nagy. I don't know, but I know we got a franchise quarterback. The NFC North better be on alert. And especially if Aaron Rodgers leads the division, we will have the best quarterback in the division next year. You heard it here first. Yes, he will be the best quarterback in the division. Staying in Chicago, I want to move on to a little basketball because the Bulls got Chicago excited as well. They beat the Nets 118-95, and the pickup of DeMar DeRozan has been big. They've been balling out. I did not expect DeMar DeRozan to ball like this. I know he was a good scorer, but I did not expect him to lead the team in scoring. I always thought this was Zach LaVine's team, and this dude has been balling out of control. This four, it's like we got a big four. Lonzo is locking up people. He's gotten better. Vucevic struggled the last couple of games, but he's a top 10 center in the league. And so, man, the Bulls are very exciting to watch. I definitely want to go to a game to go watch them play. Jamar Goodman says DeRozan on the MVP ladder. That's a good comment, brother. MVP ladder. Listen, if they in a top four and he's steady balling like this, you might have a point with that DeRozan take. Darren DJ Jones, DeRozan and LaVine, new Jordan and Pippen. Wait a minute. Now, let's not go too far with the Jordan and Pippen. Like, come on, like let's relax. Let's relax a little bit. They're playing well, but let's not get relaxed. Everybody who's watching, y'all make sure y'all share the live with y'all friends. They can post their comments. We're gonna continue to post the comments. Share the live real quick for me. This brother said DeRozan and LaVine, the new Jordan and Pippen. That's a lot of pressure right there, brother. I give credit to Billy Donovan. Let's talk about Billy Donovan, man. And listen, I will say that's a good comment, Maurice, man. Billy Donovan got them guys playing hard. I didn't like the move when they first got him out of OKC. I didn't think he was that great of a coach, NBA coach anyway. But he do got them playing hard. Every fourth quarter I've seen them down. They've came back and made a game of it. They play hard, and I have to give them some credit. That even though I didn't like the pickup, you're right. Billy Donovan has to get credit. Austin Malone says Bulls won fourth quarter 42-17. LaVine, DeRozan, but averaging 26 a game. Man, both averaging 26 a game. Yes, man. Listen, they are balling out, and I think they're going to be probably a shoe-in for the All-Star game, because the way they're balling right now, they should make the All-Star team. I want to know how high can the Bulls get, though? That's what I wonder. I'm going to play a few of the highlights from the game because they balling, man. And listen, even Ayo from Illinois coming off the bench, he playing good. He playing big. Javonte Green, I don't even know where he came from, but he's playing good. Caruso's been a nice addition. And I just heard that Kobe White just been cleared to practice. So that's going to be I don't know if they're going to find a space for him, but Kobe White can put the ball in the bucket. That's another bucket getter that comes off the bench. LaVine, man, listen. LaVine and DeRozan is a top duo in the league right now. And they're defending. Erica Richardson says the Bulls have had the same streak, and then it all went left. I still got my good eye on them. Yeah. Austin Malone says that Bulls can get the third seed. Listen, I agree with you. I agree that the Bulls can get
the other night against Toronto. He had 6
third
attempts.
Seed.
That's the second most he's had in a game this year.
If you look at the Eastern Conference, and all the shenanigans that's going on with all the different teams, I mean, I think they can. If you think about it, Philly, they still haven't traded Ben Simmons yet. They still got to deal with that. Milwaukee is formidable, but then you got the Kyrie situation in Brooklyn. I mean, besides Milwaukee and Miami, who else in the East is above the Bulls? Because I think Austin Malone is right. They can get the third seed until the Ben Simmons is cleared up, until Kyrie Irving is
everything you can to deter
whatever that situation is going to be,
stick with Harden.
the Bulls is probably the third best
Aldridge.
team right now in the Eastern
Jones leaping
Conference.
over the top. Aldridge
So that's a great take.
Chest to chest with Harden.
Maurice Tisby, he was a great coach when he won with Joe Kim Noah at Florida to OKC, and now the Bulls. He is great at developing players. He was great at Florida. He was okay at OKC. He did good before he left OKC, but I remember it seemed like they were just doing what they wanted to do the first year he was with OKC.
Defense by Aldridge.
So, I mean, listen, like I said, he get credit. He got him playing hard. I can't hate. They get great shots in the fourth quarter, and the bench plays great defense. Listen, some of these guys I don't even know. And like Austin Malone says, they are playing good defense. This dude right here with the number 13, he's been playing well. I don't even know his name. He's been playing well. Devontae Green playing well. Caruso playing well. Listen, it's been good. It's been good. So I'm just going to stop it right now because the highlights are too loud. My wife says the highlights are too loud. So, but Austin Malone says, I think they're better than Miami. Listen, Miami, man, they are playing some good ball, man. And they have what you call it? They have a reputation already built in. I feel like the Bulls, this is their first year playing together. So right now I would take Miami over the Bulls only because they've been in the playoffs together already. They got more camaraderie than the Bulls have. But listen, I'm not mad at you for saying they're better than Miami. But I think they just need a little bit more time. Maurice Tisby, he was only good because he had Russell Westbrook. Just look at the Lakers now. Yeah. Now I go see the Bulls. Now you want to go see the Bulls. Yeah. Listen, it's been tough. I definitely want to go see a game myself. I love what's going on in Chicago. It's been a long time coming. I can't wait to go see a game because I was excited to see Lonzo Ball with the wings of DeMar DeRozan and Levine. I seen Lonzo throw the ball off the backboard to Levine, catch a oop. That's what I was excited about. The possible highlights. Man, Austin Malone says bubble basketball don't count. That's okay. That's true. But you see this year they balling out this year as well. It's not in the bubble. And they're still one of the best in the East so far. Miami adding Lowry was a key. I didn't know he was going to be that big of a key, but he's been playing well since J. Rose. Do you mean Derrick Rose, Jalen Rose? What's going on right there? I don't know what Rose you're talking about. But I want to talk about another story too, man, because there's been some beef going on. We had an issue with Nikola Jokic and one of them Morris twins, and listen, it's been some Twitter beef between the Jokic brothers and the Morris brothers. And I tell you one thing, if they was to go head to head up, the Jokic brothers against the Morris twins, I think I might take the Jokic twins. So here's the play. As you see the play, and boom. It was a shot.
Keep the players on the bench.
Morris seemed like he lost consciousness, lost his feeling for a minute. They brought the stretch out for a second, but he ended up getting back on his feet. But that was nasty. So he hip checks him right there. That was a pretty hard hit. And Jokic straight leveled him in the back.
Of course, you know that the Nuggets have history with the Morris.
And Jokic is a big boy.
So
Jokic is a big boy. Oh, my goodness. Just see how hard he hit him in the back. So as you see it right there, it didn't end right there. So Tierra Williams says, my money's on the Jokic boys. Austin Malone says, those Morris twins always try to intimidate people. I'm happy somebody did something. They do have a reputation of being a little dirty and things of that nature. So it didn't end there. So Miami was mad because they said that Jokic did it while Morris' back was turned. I don't know nobody that's going to hit somebody and then turn around so they can hit you back. You know, I mean, what do you? He didn't turn around so he can face him up. He hit him and kept on running. Jokic ain't about to wait for him to turn around so he can do it the quote unquote right way. Nah, bro, you hit me, I'm getting you. And so it didn't end there. So after all of that, the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler, and all of them try to come to the Nuggets locker room. They say meet me outside. They want to fight, and then they took to Twitter. And then we had a tweet. We had a tweet right here. Let me see if I can bring the tweet up. Jokic. Hold on, let me move this out the way. So the Jokic brother says, you should leave this the way it is instead of publicly threatening our brother. Your brother made a dirty play first. If you want to make a step further, be sure we will be waiting for you. Jokic brothers. So that's from the Jokic brothers. So Jokic got two other brothers, and listen, they look a little strange. The Morris brother says, waited till bro turned his back, shake my head, noted. Listen, so he's saying you waited till he turned his back and hit him back. Like I say, the dude hit him and kept moving. You want Jokic to say, hey, turn around so I can hit you face to face? I don't think that's how it go. But he said, noted. They do have a game in the future. And I wonder how that's going to go because I know, hey, listen, Miami got a whole thing. They say Heat culture. They don't take no mess. And listen, they got Udonis Haslem, who's like an enforcer, and he don't even play that much. He might just come out there and just do something, give somebody a forearm shiver, a clothesline or something, because he don't play anyway. He ain't got nothing to lose. They just got him on the bench for veteran presence, and he's the enforcer. So don't be shocked if you see a Udonis Haslem sighting at the next game. They will be playing again. But I'll tell you one thing, these Jokic twins, I don't know if the Morris twins want to mess with these type of people. They a little different. Now, I know the Morris twins, they might be hood tough. But these, I think they might be Serbian or something. They crazy tough. I heard a story that, like, I guess they was playing some type of game with their brother, Nikola Jokic. I don't know if I get the story right, but apparently they tied him up. They was playing a game and they was throwing knives around his head. Those are the type of games that they play. So they play a little different type of game. So I don't know if the Morris twins want to deal with that type of crazy. I think they hood crazy, but they ain't crazy. And I think the Jokic brothers might be crazy. I seen the pictures and they definitely look crazy. So it's going to be interesting to follow this story. It ain't over. I guarantee you that. It is not over. It is not over. Stay tuned. They play it again in the future. The Morris twins said you waited till he turned his back. Noted. So I'm pretty sure they're going to circle the next time they play. They're going to circle that on the calendar. Mari Sisby said Jokic is the reigning MVP. The league would not allow anything further to go down. That matter is over. The league, what you think? You think the league listen, did you hear what I said? Udonis Haslem has nothing to lose. He's 40 years old. He doesn't play. He's on the bench just because if something jump off, he's going to be there. I don't know where he was at last night. It might have caught him off guard, but I guarantee you, if you see, he hasn't played all year. If you see him get on the court on the next game, you know what it is. You know what it is. If you see Udonis Haslem come on the court and he ain't played all year, but all of a sudden when they play Denver, he's on the court, please believe something's going down. Something's going down. And I wouldn't be shocked. Them Jokic brothers, they be at like all the games, and they be like up close. They don't be all up in the rafters. They be courtside. They like the protective brothers. So it's gonna be. Listen, hey, them Jokic brothers. If it's a tag team match in the WWE, the Jokic brothers versus the Morris brothers, I'm going with the Jokic brothers. It might be like some type of steel cage match or something, and I'm going with the Jokic brothers. That's all I'm gonna say. But moving on, man. We had another turn in the Ben Simmons saga. Now, I told y'all Ben Simmons was using this mental health excuse so he can get paid. He knew if he said, hey, man, listen, I'm mentally not ready to play. He really just don't want to play with them. But he know if I use mental health under the collective bargaining agreement, they got to pay me. And I still ain't got to play with this team. The 76ers said, okay, you mentally not ready to play? Well, go see this mental specialist. Go see the mental specialist and tell us what's going on. Ben Simmons said, I don't want to see the mental specialist. The 76ers said, okay, well, we're going to start fining you again. We're going to take your money away again. Now, Ben Simmons has came back to his senses. He don't want to lose that money, so he went to see the specialist. Listen, nothing is wrong with Ben Simmons mentally as far as playing with the 76ers. Now, once he get on the court, does he have a problem shooting and all that stuff? Yes. But there's nothing wrong with him playing with the 76ers. He just want to get traded. He just want to get traded. That's the bottom line. And I'm glad that they finally making him do what he got to do. Ben Simmons stuff is sad and disrespectful to everyone who has these problems. That's true. Thank you, Austin Malone. That's true. And I know I think you work with these type of people. It's disrespectful to real people who have mental issues because he's using this just to get paid. And there's people out there with real problems for real. And he's just using it to get paid. And it's sad, man. It's sad because people really do have mental health issues. And he knew because of the collective bargaining agreement and the rules that stipulated in there, he knew. Rich Paul probably came to him, man, look, if you say this, they got to pay you your money. I don't think they thought that far as to say, oh, they going to make you go see the specialist, though. You got to do this. But listen, Ben Simmons is playing the game, man. And I'm glad that Philly is just not letting them play the game. They owe him $100 and some million. And every game check, I think, is like $360,000. Man, that's a lot of money. This brother making a lot of money, man. He's making a lot of money. And if you make this type of money, if I'm the owner, GM, or whoever, you want to play this game? Okay, we're going to play the game all the way then. We're going to play the game all the way. You're not just going to sit here and say, I got mental health issues just so you get paid and not do nothing. Nah, bro, that's not how it goes. It's not how it goes. So once again, it was another turn. This just came out just today. Now all of a sudden he's going to see the mental specialist just so he can get paid. I wouldn't be surprised if he go in the mental health office and say, I'm just here so I can get paid. Y'all remember the Marshawn Lynch interview? I'm just here so I don't get fined. He was just doing the interview so he don't get fined. Ben Simmons probably walked in that office and they probably asking him questions. I'm just here so I can get my money. I can see that. I can see it. I'm just here so I can get my money. He probably sit there. He might be on his phone. They said he had his phone at basketball practice. Who's to say Ben Simmons ain't like this in the mental health office like this? Let me know when time is up. Excuse me, y'all. Live TV. Let me know when my time is up so I can get my money. That's Ben Simmons. He's scrolling. Ben Simmons scrolling like this. Yep. Got to get that money. You ain't about to take my money like that. That's too much. That's what he doing. We're going to see what's the next move. Now he done went to see the specialist. Let's see the next move. Now, it's rumors that saying Boston might be interested in a Ben Simmons trade for Jaylen Brown. That would be good for both teams, in my opinion. I hope he finally get traded, but I hope that Philly gets right compensation for him. Get right compensation, man. Like, if you're not getting the right compensation, we're gonna sit here and play this game until I get what I feel is good compensation back. That's just it. But once again, there was another turn. We're going to see what happens coming up in the future. Listen, we had a big fight over the weekend. Caleb Plant got TKO'd by Canelo Alvarez. I think everybody knew that Canelo was going to win the fight. Now he's undisputed middleweight. I'm not the biggest Canelo fan. You know, I feel like they pushing him to be the next big Mexican fighter. I want to see who he's going to fight next. but I will show what happened in a fight.
Shots to the body, and the play
Here
is
it
not
goes.
the same. Oh, he just got hurt.
Plant goes down for the first time in his career. High drop on round
That's the first
11.
knockdown.
6, 7, 8. Come here. Put your hands up. You want to fight? Yeah. Okay.
So here's the rest of the fight. Oh my goodness. That's it. That's it. He's welling on him. That's it. And it's over with. And it's over with.
Coronation is complete.
So Canelo wins again.
Viva Mexico's first undisputed champion.
He did his thing. But we all knew that Caleb Plant didn't have enough power. Hold on. Real Austin Malone says no, Jaylen Brown is much better. Yeah. But I think I think I'm glad that Philly will be getting something back. But back to Canelo. I want to see him fight Benavidez, Charlo, any one of those guys. Let's see who he fights next. That's what I want to see. Is he going to fight a bum that we know he's going to beat, or he going to fight somebody that's going to really give him some real comp? Caleb Plant, even though he was undefeated, we knew he wasn't ready. He wasn't. Nobody was scared of Caleb Plant. He didn't have no punching power to scare him. So, kudos to him. He won his fight. In other news, I found out today that it's going to be a Frank Gore, Darren Williams fight in a under the Jake Paul, Tommy Fury undercard. So all these celebrities been trying to box in the ring lately. I think Lamar Odom fought. Nate Robinson got knocked out, of course. We've seen that. So now Darren Williams versus Frank Gore. And if you just look at this picture, who do you think will win that fight? Because I got my money on Frank Gore. And football is a tougher sport. Darren Williams is light-skinned. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. And I'm rolling with Frank Gore. If they fight, they supposed to fight. I'm rolling with Frank Gore. Look at Frank Gore's face. Look at Darren Williams' face. Who you got? If they fight, who do you have? I got Frank Gore. And it could get ugly. This dude is a little built. Darren Williams, I don't see too many cuts over there. Frank Gore is probably still cut to this day. But they supposed to fight. So, listen. I hope it's not a Nate Robinson knockout, but they supposed to fight. I got an interview coming up with card owner of Full Spectrum Detailing, Thomas Daugherty, coming up. If you want to comment on what we've been talking about so far, Justin Fields and the Bears, the Bulls lighting it up in the East, and all of that good stuff, you can still comment. Eugene Russell checking in says Frank Gore older than Coach Quez. Hey, Frank Gore is old. He probably like around 40 at this point. He played for a long time. But like, do you believe Darren Williams can beat him even though he's old? Because I don't. I might put a bet on Frank Gore for sure. But listen, I want to bring in a business owner. He does car detailing. He's one of my homies, Mr. Thomas Daugherty. Thank you for checking in, man. Owner of Full Spectrum.
How you guys doing?
How you doing, brother?
Thanks for having me. I'm good. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So look, before we get into what you do, man, I know you follow sports. You have some Cleveland roots. So before we get into what you do, let's talk about your Cleveland roots. And I got a few questions I got to ask you because, we didn't have some discussions back in the past. So, can you hear me? Uh-oh, did we lose audio?
I can't hear you.
Okay. So let's see. We have a little technical difficulties. Sometimes that happens. But listen, I'm gonna have him come out and come back in. Listen, he is from Cleveland. Well, I know his parents are from Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know. I know he got Cleveland roots, and I know he's gonna have something to say. He got the Browns that's playing well right now. Then he's I know he's probably with the
You there,
LeBron
man? I can't hear you.
James. So we're gonna get him, and we're gonna get him come out and come back in, and we're gonna talk to him a little bit about his Cleveland roots and see what he has to say about Cleveland, because Cleveland Browns playing good football. They just released OBJ. It didn't work out with Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I know he's probably a Cleveland Browns fan. I also want to ask him about Justin Fields, because he went to Ohio State. I believe he's a Ohio State fan as well. So he's probably going to have something to say about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. My bad. Lost you there.
Okay. It's all good. Hey, listen, the
No.
technology sometimes be tripping. You know, it won't let us be
Right.
great, but we got you back. So I was just telling the people that you have roots in Cleveland. I know
Yes,
that your
sir.
parents are from Cleveland. Were you born in Cleveland, or were you born out?
Yeah, I was born in Cleveland. I lived out there till right before 7th grade. So
Okay. So
Yeah.
you got some good deep roots in Cleveland.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I have 3 topics that I want to talk to you about. I don't know, where do I want to go first? Do you want to go football or basketball?
Either one, it don't matter. We'll go
Okay, so let's
football.
start off. I'm gonna leave the basketball last, because that can get kind of crazy. But
Okay.
Cleveland, let's go with the Cleveland Browns. Y'all playing well right now.
Right.
How do you feel about OBJ being released and it didn't work out with Baker Mayfield? How you feel about that?
I wasn't at first. I was happy we landed him, but he wasn't doing much in Cleveland, so it was just kind of a waste of salary space. I feel like we could have done more, utilize that money better, and got more for what he was doing in Cleveland. And I feel like he didn't even really want to be there, and like how Baker even said he didn't even talk to Baker about anything yet. So he's just he's like, that's my friend, but he ain't said nothing to me, and I'm worried about the guys in orange and brown right now, not not what's going on with him. But I mean, it's cool. I know. I wish him luck. He's a great player, and I hate how everybody says he's like a cancer or he's drama. Like, I feel like that's more of his dad than him that does a lot of that, But yeah, it was more. So yeah, it's cool.
How far do you think the Cleveland Browns can go this year? Because they went. I think they went pretty far last year. They gave, I think, Kansas City a run for their money. They played them tough last time they played them in the playoffs. How far do you think they will go this year?
I think they got a chance of going pretty far. They're still. I feel like they're not all on sync together where they want to be. Where they should be playing at. I mean, with the level they have and the team that they got, they should be playing better than what they're at right now. But it is what it is.
Okay. Let's go to Justin Fields. Now, he played for Ohio State,
yes,
so
sir.
I know you probably was rooting for him a lot. Are you rooting for him now that he's with the Bears?
Oh yeah. I'm happy to see him with the Bears because it's local. I could go see him in Chicago if I want, and it's nice. It makes me more. I like Chicago. I was always rocking with Chicago, but now it's more of a. Now I'm rocking with them even more now that they got Justin Fields. So,
come on
Yes,
to the
sir.
team, brother. Come on to the
Yes,
team,
sir.
man. We accept you.
Yes, sir.
How do you think he's progressing with the Bears? Have you got a chance to watch him with the Bears?
Oh yeah, he's definitely shown himself a lot compared. All the talk that was in the beginning of the season, and I feel like he's one of the better rookie quarterbacks out there, and he's showing himself more, and he just keeps going out there and proving himself, and just let him go out there and play ball, and he'll do what he does.
He's definitely getting better every game. Let's go ahead and take it to basketball. I know you was born in Cleveland. You had the LeBron James era. He brought a championship to y'all. There's always the ongoing debate of who's the GOAT. Where do you stand with the GOAT conversation? Matter of fact, before, go ahead.
I was always like, of course, I want to say LeBron just because. I mean, you can't compare. It's hard to compare the two anymore. It's two completely different eras of basketball. Like the game's not even the same as it was back then. But I feel like LeBron is more. He's a better athlete than Jordan, but Jordan's got that killer instinct, which made him who he is today. And so
that's good, man.
It's hard, but I feel like it's Jordan because it's one of those. It's classic. It's like you trying to compare a classic to a replica. You know what I'm saying? Like it just it's kind of hard. So I want to say LeBron just because we got home roots tied together, but it's when push comes to shove.
Can you take me through a rundown of the emotions that you had and these different things that happened when he left Cleveland, when he came back to Cleveland, and when he won the championship for Cleveland? What was going on in Thomas Daugherty's the Daugherty household when he left Cleveland for the first time?
I get why he left Cleveland for the first time because Dan Gilbert wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, and there was a lot going on in that aspect of.
Did you burn any jerseys?
Nah, I didn't really have any LeBron jerseys when I was younger. I did, but it wasn't like it wasn't like that. But I wasn't hating on him for doing what he had to do. I mean, it was just I feel like that's the game of basketball. It's evolved like that now. Everybody, you got to go to the super team. I mean, if you want to do anything, you got to go to the super team. So, and they say it was him that started that whole trend. And I mean, you could say it's one of those things, but it was I was happy for him, but then at the same time it was like like screw this guy, like but it was cool. It was whatever, honestly.
Now when he came back, how was it when he came back and when they came back and won the championship?
Oh, it was nice because when they came back, we were actually in Ohio when he announced that we were back in Ohio visiting when he announced that he was going back to Cleveland. So it was nice because it was a real big deal. But then when they won the championship, me and my dad loaded up and drove out to Cleveland and drove back and went to work the next morning. Like we did a big trip just for the parade in Cleveland after the championship. So it was definitely it was an experience.
All right, man. Let's get to your full spectrum detailing, your business that you got. I seen the pictures, man. You do amazing work. Tell the people just a little bit about full spectrum detailing.
It's a business I'm working on. I'm working on starting getting it to the level I want it to be. It was something I started to try and make extra money, but then God kind of showed me what can be done with this, when because this all started with us being laid off at work. I was like, I need some extra income. And then it was like, people hate cleaning their cars, so it was one of those things. And I really started to enjoy it. I was noticing that I was getting more satisfaction out of seeing the people's reactions and how, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a person, they were getting ready to trade their car in and they had me do it. And they were like, oh, I don't want to trade it in now. It looks brand new, but it's stuff like that makes you appreciate it a little more than just the money aspect and the business aspect. So
that's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So Justin Camper already says, where can he find his info? Look, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna make sure he puts all of that info out on the show. We're gonna hopefully put it in the comments as well. I'm gonna make sure we put it in the comments as well. But matter of fact, you can just go ahead and put it out there right now. Since he asked you, just give it to him right now. But we're gonna make sure we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, my phone number is 219-613-6081, or you can contact me on Messenger, either my Facebook page or my Full Spectrum Facebook page. is the best way to do it right now. But you can either call or text that number. Use just text first usually because I don't always answer when I got random calls always coming in nowadays. So, but yeah, usually
Okay, so
Facebook.
I just put it up in the comments as well. Full Spectrum Detailing. You can find him on Facebook. Thomas Daugherty. You can find him on Facebook as well. Message him, and he'll take care of you. I want to ask you a question though, man. My mind got to rambling when you're detailing cars. I'm just trying to say, I know you say I don't. How long have you been doing it?
I started it when it was probably like 5-6 months maybe when we first got laid off.
5-6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been doing it 5-6 months, but my mind got to rambling. I was like, what's the nastiest or strangest thing you done found in somebody's car so far?
I don't know. I mean, it's just basic stuff, socks and stuff. People, they're like, "Oh, I cleaned my car out completely. There's nothing in here." And then you're gonna get stuff from underneath the seats that there's areas of the car that we'll get to that most people don't see. So I found some AirPods. I found all kinds of stuff. So,
okay,
but I give them back to the people. I don't keep the stuff.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna show the people a couple of pictures, man. Just to show your work. Let me see. So this is a before picture that he got, and you can tell it looked pretty nasty. And I could I know from a lot of people that have kids. I know sometimes when you have kids, it can get kind of messy. But that's the before.
I got 5,
and then,
so I know.
And here's an after. Clean up, nice, looks great. So you can tell for these photos right here, nasty, great.
Yeah,
real quick.
Bro.
Yeah. So this is you can go to his Facebook page, check out the pictures himself. I'm showing you right here. The brother does great work. So you already gave your info out on the Facebook. Man, what's the biggest thing that you provide that you say you provide that distinguishes you from other people?
Probably my prices and the work I'm doing right now. Because with me just starting, and I feel like I did a guy's car today for a price that most people you would never do, just because it was just helping them out. And that's just the type of person I am. If somebody doesn't, I'll work with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know detailers, it gets pricey. I didn't realize how pricey it got until I started getting into it. But it's just this is my name I'm putting out there, so I'm gonna do what I got to do to make this work. So
one thing that stuck out to me when you was talking about it, you said you enjoyed it. You said it was something that you enjoy. So I think when you do something that you enjoy, you definitely going to put your all into it.
Most definitely. It's something that, and I've been studying a lot, watching YouTube, and there's all kinds of different stuff out there now to get better and learn your way.
Once again, we got Thomas Daugherty on a Full Spectrum Detailing. If you want to put in to get your car detailed, look him up on Facebook. I believe you're on Instagram as well, right?
Kind of, yeah. My sister made me an Instagram page, and I'm working on getting better with that. And I want to start a TikTok too. So. Yeah,
man. Listen, that social media, it's hard to keep up with all the social media sites.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But Full Spectrum Detailing on Facebook or Thomas Daugherty, you message him personally, and he can take care of you. Man, once again, let me show you the pictures just in case you're wondering about his work. This is it. This is a before. Here's an after. So y'all make sure y'all support this brother. He's been a supporter of the show for a long time, man. Thomas Daugherty, Full Spectrum Detailing, Facebook. Look him up, message him, support this brother. He's a good brother. I vouch for him. And
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Always.
Sharing your business, letting everybody know what you do.
I appreciate you, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing here. This is good stuff for business people too. So it's good. It's good on all levels. You know, it's everybody gets to cross reference, and so
right. Once again, Thomas Daugherty, owner of Full Spectrum Detailing. Before we get up out of here, y'all know I got to give my scripture today. My come to church scripture, Luke 11:28. I didn't really have a word today, but it just came to me, and that scripture, it says, Jesus replied, "But even more blessed are all who hear the word of God and put it into practice." This word was good for me because if I could just be honest and transparent, I can know the word, but it ain't always the easiest to put it in practice.
Right.
You
know? Definitely.
Man, people gets on my nerve. Sometimes I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
But if you try to follow Jesus and do what he did, then you have to put yourself to the side if you're really about that life.
Yeah, most definitely.
But it's tough. It's tough.
You gotta die to yourself, like my pastor always said. You gotta die to yourself. It's hard.
Die to yourself. But it says, but even more blessed are all who hear the word and put it into practice. So it says you are even more blessed. You're more blessed if you hear the word and you put it into practice and you actually do it. You don't say, "Oh, I don't feel like doing it," or this and that. Okay, I heard the word. I heard what you said, God. I'm gonna go do it. Right. He says, you do that, you're gonna be more blessed.
Yeah,
I got some work to do myself. You know, in that area. But
I play with my kids a lot about that. You know, it's because it's important. Because I feel like, especially with me, like you don't understand a lot of stuff you're reading. You don't understand the context of it. So it's like when you just pray, ask God to be like, "Hey, show me like what this means throughout my day. Open my eyes to what I'm reading, and he will, most definitely."
Yeah, definitely. Justin Campus says, "I'm hitting them up." Hey, look,
appreciate it.
Justin Campus works with small businesses as well. He's actually an attorney, so that can be a good connection. Y'all can connect too.
Most definitely.
Y'all can. Yeah, man, he's a good brother, man. So listen, once again, Thomas Daugherty, Full Spectrum Detailing. Y'all get with this brother. Check him out. Support this brother. Look him up on Facebook. Message him. Get your car detailed. Y'all know y'all got them kids that just be eating and snacking and getting stuff all over the place. Y'all know you want your car cleaned. This go here, get it cleaned. He gonna hook you up and have you with a brand new car. He had one person was about to sell it, didn't even want to sell it no more. That's how good his work was. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So y'all get this brother, man. Make sure y'all listen. I need y'all to help me subscribe to our YouTube peoples. Everybody that's watching, subscribe to the YouTube, follow, like, review our Facebook page, give us reviews, follow us on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. We got merch. Y'all see the shirts. It's fall season. We got the hoodies. We got. I looked on the forecast. We got snow coming Sunday. Don't be out here with your t-shirts. We got hoodies. You want to rep the show? We got hoodies. We ship all colors available. If you got a business like this brother got and you would like to advertise on the show, message me. We can make that happen and promote your business. So once again, Thomas, brother.
Yeah, appreciate
you jumping on, man.
Much
Good
love.
having you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We about to get up out of here. I'll see y'all next week. It's a wrap.
Lock and load, Allen Pants. It's the Allen Pants Show. Yeah. Lock and load.